Hello there, my Capricorn gang. This is Melissa with Enchanted Emerald bringing you your monthly reading for September 2021. As we get started here, if you have yet to hit that subscribe and the bell button below, please don't hesitate to do that so that you are in the know of all of the content as it is released and that you don't miss a beat, okay? So as we get started here, as always, I use the traditional Rider-Waite deck for my messages. That's my go-to deck. As I tap into your energy here, Capricorn, I just want to say that I definitely feel that this is going to be a month of clarity for you. I definitely feel like you are going to be tested a bit. You are going to be put through some situations where you are challenged and things are going to be brought to the light, and you are going to have to remember who the F you are and really step up to the plate in terms of navigating these challenges. And you are going to step into this place of power after standing in powerlessness maybe for a while. So really big month for you here, Capricorn. As we step into the first week, the 1st through the 11th, we have the Ace of Swords with the 4 of Pentacles and the 2 of Pentacles. Feeling like a little bit unbalanced. You're having to balance everything and maybe even have to make a decision here. So really what I'm feeling here is that you've done a lot of work, right? You've done a lot of work. You've gotten to a place where you've create a space for yourself where you have so much peace and you love it there, and you are doing everything in your power to protect your peace. Okay, on that Ace of Swords there is the olive branch, and so you are ready to do anything that it takes to keep yourself in that space. And see, you might be trying to control circumstances and keep yourself from any changes that could really upset the apple cart, so to speak. Okay, so that's really what I'm feeling there. I feel like you're feeling like, man, there's nothing quite like this. I love this so much. I do feel like you have a vision for yourself in terms of what it is that you want. You do have a goal. You are future oriented, and you know you're sharp as a tack, right? You're very intelligent, and you make moves and you make them wisely. And so I feel like there's things that are kind of you're aware of in your periphery. It's like out in their outer orbit, right? In your outer orbit in your life. And it's almost like to a point where you might have to bring them closer, like put them under a telescope vision, right? Where you're going to have to like analyze the situations a little bit, right? Take a closer look at things and maybe make decisions about things, because you are coming to a place where you're holding on to things so tightly, trying to control things so tightly that you could become stagnant where you're at, right? It's a beautiful space of peace, but at the same time, if you allow it to linger too much longer in its current space, you could become just a little bit stagnant. So if you bring some of these things in and decide, okay, what is out there for me, and you bring it in and you take a closer look at it and you choose to make a decision for yourself in terms of bringing someone or something in, right? Embracing a new opportunity, spending some time with new people, right? Bringing new viewpoints and things like that, and challenging yourself a little bit to break up that routine. I think it would be very beneficial for you. I feel like you hold yourself to a very high standard, and in looking at this 4 of Pentacles here again, it's almost like this person could lose their balance at any point in time and totally collapse, right? The apple cart could totally fall over, and so you would be devastated if you were to let one responsibility kind of fall to the wayside so that you could focus on something else. Like everything is utmost priority, and you hold yourself to this really high standard, and it's a little bit stressful. I feel like the energy is very like wound and tight surrounding things that are happening in your life at this point in time. So I feel like, you're trying to control things because you don't want things to fall apart. but also that blocks you, right? When you look at that four of pentacles, that person has it's like they're guarding their heart, right? That pentacle, that coin, it's guarding their heart, right? They have their guard up a bit even, and so they're maybe a little bit worried about things. And at the end of the day, there is, a point where you have to kind of call into question, where is it that I'm creating time and space, even though this is a beautiful place of peace for me to grow. As you interact with new people, you bring in new viewpoints, you're growing, right? You're challenging yourself to embrace these new viewpoints and ideas and things, right? Or you're bringing in new opportunities and you're challenging yourself to grow in a different way as you embrace those new opportunities, because you're in a new space, a new environment, and you're flourishing in a different way. So at the end of the day, after all of that, what I'm hearing is this lyric, and I don't even understand why it keeps going through, but it's a lyric from a song. It's like an old school song, like ring my bell, ring my bell. I can't sing for the life of me. Maybe I entertained you there for a second. But at the end of the day, what rings your bell? What makes you happy when you get home and all of your responsibilities are done? So like that song, I think it talks about like doing your dishes and all of that, and then at the end of the day, creating space and time for love and your home life, your family, whatever that looks like. So when you are in your space doing those things, bringing that happiness in, inviting that happiness in, because when you have that guard up there, that's also blocking off all of this extra joy that's available to you. So making sure that you're creating time and space at the end of the day to challenge yourself in a way that you're inviting love in, because I do feel I'm seeing like this dolphin, right? Like part of this vision that you have for yourself and for your life, it is keeping all the things together, right? And keeping yourself held to this high standard, but then also when I see this dolphin, it reminds me of like this feeling of like a community or a teamwork that we do, right? And so spiritually speaking, that's what I feel, right? When Spirit showed me the dolphin. So, but also having time for playfulness, right? And so what I feel with that is, when you open yourself up to that, when you invite that in, there could be a potential for one of you Capricorns out there. This could be a specific message for somebody to invite in love. Somebody who's very charming, someone who has, quick wit, and someone who is, like on point in terms of your intelligence, having wonderful, intelligent conversation, stimulating conversation, and you just love that, right? Being, that you're so intelligent. And so, just be mindful of those things as you navigate this first week of September here at Capricorn, okay? To be open. So we move into the 12th through the 18th. We have the Justice card. I'm really feeling a Libra with this too, by the way. And then we have the Fool and the Devil card, and these actually came out together. And then rounding out the week through the 18th is the Nine of Cups. Okay? So what I'm feeling with this is that, man, oh man, there is some negotiation going to have to be happening with this Justice card here. Okay? I feel like whatever's happening, whatever's occurring is between these two. Right? Like this Fool and this Devil card. Okay? So I feel like this Capricorn that invites somebody in, that charming person, right? That this person could be somebody who may feel like, I feel like you're the fool, right? Like you're looking for something new, you're out on this journey, and you have this innocence about you, right? Where this person that you invite in is very charming, almost to a point where it could be a little manipulative at times. And the Devil does notoriously bring a little bit of a toxic feel to it. Could be very much physical attraction, lots and lots of physical attraction. But what I feel with them coming out together is that this person could also feel like you cramp their style a bit. Like they're attracted to your innocence, right? But then they also see that this could move easily into a relationship or something that moves quite quickly, and it scares them. And so they fear commitment a little bit. And so, or maybe they see you because you're so innocent, right? They could see you as a bit of a pushover, where they see you as so innocent that they feel like they could dictate things and how things go, and maybe push your boundaries a little bit. And so in terms of them trying to take advantage of you, I would be mindful of that as well. But I do also feel like this person might feel that they are smarter than you. Or maybe you feel like you're smarter than them, right? I feel like the phrase, and this is derogatory, so I apologize, but this is the phrase that came from Spirit, so I deliver the message. Like one fry short of a Happy Meal, right? And so you're just kind of trying to get to know each other, but either way, you or this other person is feeling like, man, this person cramps my style. And so there's a little bit of a negotiation that needs to happen. But the key here is, again, to be confident, right? To be confident, be proud of who you are. Don't shy away from this person in any way. Really stand in your authenticity. I'm getting chills with this. Don't allow this person to make you feel less than you are, because you are no less than them, right? You guys are equal. Everybody's equal. They don't always see that way. And so, be relentless in your pursuit of happiness. And if this person is not your person, that's okay. There will be another one that comes right along, okay? So moving into the 19th through the 25th, we have the Four of Cups that comes out with the Five of Swords, okay? And then we move into a Three of Cups energy, a little bit of a celebration type energy. And then rounding out the week through the 25th, the Tower card. Now, this also come up for Taurus. It means a little different for you, Capricorn. What I feel with this is looking at the Four of Cups and the Five of Swords, really feeling as though you might be feeling justified in your actions. Maybe you decide you're not going to pursue whatever that is with that person. You're going to let that shit go. And I feel like, it could be involving feelings of guilt, maybe being critical of oneself, things like that. You don't like the way it feels, right? And that's important to be mindful of. Maybe this person pushes you to a limit where making you feel like everything is your fault if something happens, or maybe this person is very critical of you, and then it makes you always second guess yourself around them. Be mindful of that energy, and it's okay if you want to let that go. And if you decide to let that go, don't feel guilty about that, because with this Five of Swords, I'm really feeling like this is a lose-lose situation, okay? So I feel like I'm feeling like some aspects you're going to feel like you won, right? Like you stood in your power and you won, you walked away, right? You're the person walking away in the background there. But I feel like also there's going to be more aspects where you feel like you lost. Like maybe you felt like you put a lot into this, and now you feel overall like, man, this person, I put so much effort into this person getting to know me. I let this person in on so many secrets of my life, or something to that effect, where you feel overall like you lost, like you're losing, like it's a losing game situation for you, okay? But I want you to understand that, or maybe you feel lost, right? But I want you to understand that, things will always work out as they're supposed to, right? Rejection is God's protection. And so with this, things aren't always going to work out as you'd hoped them to, right? You gave it your good old college try. You gave it your best effort. But the key is to also know, when to give up, right? And when to, decide that enough is enough, right? So, maybe you let your guard down a bit, but you stood on your own 2 feet, and that's what's important. And you'll have good times, and you'll have some good memories to remember, but then you'll also have some growth out of this Tower card, right? You have this growth, this transition. And so Spirit is saying out of this Tower card the word resurrect, right? You will come back as a new person. When you rebuild things from the foundation, it will be a whole new structure, right? And so even though this might feel incredibly upsetting to you right now, it's like you're breathing new life into yourself. And so it will make you like a whole new person. It will make you you. It will make you into a whole new you. And so you might be, when you stand on your own 2 feet next time, standing a lot more on stable ground, or standing a lot stronger, standing a lot taller, standing with your head high, right? And so I really love that for you, Capricorn. Moving into the 26th through the 30th, we have the 8 of Swords. So with the 8 of Swords here, what I see is like somebody, it's like at a carnival, right? And you're standing there maybe thinking about playing a game, and the announcer is like, step up one and all, or step up one and all, or something like that. And so he's basically making a call to action, like, do you want to play the game? And you're standing there almost as if you're frozen in fear, like you really want to go up there and use the darts to like pop the balloons, right? That's like my favorite carnival game. But you are, it's like you take a step forward almost, and then you put your foot back in the same spot though. So like you're thinking about it, but you haven't really made the decision to actually take that step forward, or to make the full decision to move forward into that, to try, right? What I'm feeling with that is that, this is you feeling trapped. This is you feeling powerless. Why? Because of our thoughts. That's notorious with the Swords here. And so there's a lot of self-doubt that surrounds this. Maybe you're telling yourself that you can't. Maybe you're telling yourself like, I will when, ... Whatever that looks like for you, it's like check yourself before you wreck yourself energy. It's time for you to check your attitude at the door, okay? It's time for you to stop stopping yourself. So switch that around, flip that script. What are you telling yourself that is not serving you? And how can you change that story so that it can better help you to embrace your power and step into your power and step into your knowing of who you are? Because you're a badass. And it's about you remembering that you're a badass, right? You just have to remember that. And so thinking about back on, in your past, where are some situations where you stood in your power? Where did you kill it, man? Where did you really rock it? Like, did you do like phenomenal during a game in high school? Like in a, was it a volleyball game? Was it a basketball game? And you did an amazing job, and you really stepped up to the plate because you weren't thinking about it, right? You weren't thinking about it. You just did it. This is what you need to do now, right? And so it's about tapping into your solar plexus, which is in the center of your stomach, that yellow chakra, and, embracing your power, right? And so with that, it's about taking that step, all right? No longer giving your power to people around you, no longer giving your power to circumstances around you, but allowing yourself to know it is my job to get me out of the situation, and I can do this. And so stepping up to the plate, to the home plate, and then taking that swing, right? Whether or not you hit that ball the first time, it doesn't matter, because you can do that. You just have to keep trying, and that's okay. If you don't do it the first time, it's okay. You will do it. So overall advice here for you, Capricorn. Beautiful cards. I'm so happy. I love these ones. The Empress and the High Priestess. Okay, so I love these. These cards are so amazing because it's about standing in your divine feminine, standing in your knowing, standing in your truth, trusting your feelings, right? And so, again, this is where the clarity comes in, remembering that you can do these things. You don't have to necessarily see everything around you going the right way per se, or going your way, or feeling like everything around you has to be working in your favor for you to be able to do something, right? You can work with the circumstances and still stand in your power and still get out there and hit it out of the ballpark, right? Knock it out of the park. I feel with this that yes, there is a need for you to nurture yourself, right? Be kind to yourself. Pay attention to how you're speaking to yourself in your thoughts, in your words, in your actions, right? Making sure that you're following through with promises that you make for yourself. But again, trusting when you get these feelings like something's not right, it's probably not right. And then honoring that and moving forward, standing confidently knowing, like, if I say no, no means no. If I say I'm not doing that, then I'm not doing that. And then also not being afraid of your power, because I feel that that's what's happening, is you're thinking about going forward to play that dark game, but maybe, just maybe, you're afraid of succeeding. And so if you're succeeding, what does that look like? So allow yourself to really get into your imagination a bit and think about how amazing your life would be, how amazing you would feel, right? If things started to go your way, if things were starting to fall into place for you, right? What does success mean to you? What does success look like to you? Ask yourself these things as things start to happen for you, as you start to take those steps. It only starts with one step, okay? So beautiful read here that we have for you, Capricorn. I do so hope that this resonates for you. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you know another Capricorn that's near and dear to your heart that you feel so inclined to share this message with so that they can benefit from it, I would really appreciate that if you would share with them. As always, I will be back with another read for you again soon. If you're interested in your own personal reading, you can look in the description box below and book a personal reading on my website. And I hope everybody has a phenomenal day. Thank you so much. Take care.